What's happening, guys? Here's a flashback to 1975 for me, or 77 in this case. That one's a 75. This one's a 77. I bought in 1982. So I was 17 years old. I took out a loan and bought a 5-year-old Yamaha XS650 for $1,100. Kind of fudged the date, my birth date on the application because you're supposed to be 18. So for that application, I was born in '64. I did pay the loan back on time, and Jim became a lifelong banker friend of mine that I did business with for 40 years until he retired. So the banker that loaned me the money to buy this became a long-term friend and business associate. But back to the bike. I rode the wheels off of that thing. I was a motocrosser, a dirt bike racer, and prior to having this, I had an orange RD 350, and I had a Triumph Daytona 500 twin. That was my first bike. I actually got arrested riding that when I was 14 on the street. Had to go to juvie. But so when I got my license, I got an RD 350. I had some nice enduros, Yamaha DT 175 street legal, but my street bike was originally the Daytona, then the RD, and then this bike. And I had this bike for several years. Rode it everywhere. It had a little set of turnout exhausts on it, so it had a nice rumble, real nice rumble. Stock header pipes with just some slip-on turnout mufflers, and we had it jetted, and it would do the ton. I can promise you that. I would regularly do over 100 miles an hour on it. It was stable at speed, and it was stock, and I rode the living wheels off that thing. Would do wheelies, everything. But back to this one here. This is exact same bike that I had. The only deviation from stock on this one is the accessory luggage rack on the back. It has the original tack and speedo, a headlight bucket, front end. The side cover is painted black because it wasn't a matching color. It was a contrasting color. They must have lost the original one. So, but you can see on this side it has the original cover. But yeah, what a flashback to my youth, man. This would be a kick-ass bike to resurrect. This is absolutely not a parts bike. This is one you want to restore and get running. It kicks over. The engine is not seized, and it's all there. So, what'd you say?
Guys, low entry cost in this one, plenty of room for some sweat equity. No paperwork, sold on Q1 bill of sale, but I can get transferable registration or title for you at an extra cost, no questions asked. Message your zip for a shipping quote. Bye, guys. Send it.
I would say of the dozen bikes that we had here, this is, of the dozen XSs I got from the collection, I would say this is the best one, for sure. I think you could get this going with a minimal investment. We do it ourselves, but we've got a huge backlog on restorations, even with a staff of 18 guys here. So the other thing too is, if you can do it yourself, all you got to do is buy the parts. You know, a few $100s in parts and some sweat equity, and you can build yourself one kick-ass classic Yamaha that's going to hold its value. And they're pretty much, unlike the Triumphs that have electrical issues, these things are bulletproof. Thanks for watching. God bless Yamaha. God bless America.